Promotions in association with Queensbury Promotions and Branco Sports. We'd like to welcome you all to the Hilton Hotel. Fantastic, this is going to be our fight hotel for the week and the weekend, and it's a great opportunity to showcase what we have that's going to be going on this weekend. Obviously you've had the great food, you've had your Christmas tea already, so let's have no more weight going on. You've got to get on the scales tomorrow. So make sure all the fighters stay off the food, but people like Dennis and myself are fine to eat as much as we can, and Francis as well. Moving on, it's a great night of boxing on the 21st of December, this coming Saturday, at the Leeds Arena, and we're delighted to have on the top table with us a number of people travelling from far and local, which is going to deliver a great night of boxing. On the top table, as you can see, to my right is Dennis Hobson. Dennis Hobson is the promoter for this event, and to my left is Francis Warren. He representing Queensbury as well. Next to Dennis is Stuart, who's challenging for the vacant world title fight on Saturday, and next to Stuart is Mick Marsden, his trainer, and a local lad, Femi Tola, and Lewis Taylor from Hobson Promotions, who's also on the bill. Next to Francis is the challenger, Vusi Malinga, travelled all the way from South Africa, and next to Vusi is the man who made this happen, Branco Milena. I won't say that again.
Just Branco.
Branco. And next to Branco is China Clark and Steve Mill, two local boxers who's on the bout as well. As we speak, we're live on YouTube and Box Nation stream. So we definitely, if you missed anything, you can go back to it, and that'll be uploaded up in the very near future for to be circulated to the rest of the media as well. Tickets are very few £30 tickets available. We are expecting a big crowd of around 5,000. We've set it out for 5,000, and we're anticipating a big walk up as well. Both the boxers will be on the day attending a local football match against Leeds and Barnsley. They're going to be on the middle of the pitch, and they will be going out there being received by 40,000 fans. So all the local fans for Stuart Hall will be coming up after the game to come and support him. So the tickets are available. There are some opportunities to buy tickets on the door as well. 30, 50, 75 and 150. We have very limited VIP packages available, and again that's available for you to purchase for the fight. I'm going to pass you over to Dennis Hobson, who's going to say a few words, and then we'll talk about the rest of the undercard with Francis Warren coming into it as well. Dennis.
Thanks, Vusi. Thanks very much for everybody's attendance today. Another exciting time in the boxing world, and in a couple of ways actually, because it's the first time that ourselves and Queensbury have teamed up on Box Nation, and I think we've got some exciting times ahead. And we aren't going into any detail. In any business, monopolies are not healthy in any business, and I think us together working alongside Queensbury, Francis, George and his father, Frank, I think we've got the basis of building something very, very strong to compete with any other promotional outfit, not just in this country, in the world. Obviously Francis' father, Frank, he's been the top promoter in this country for a few decades now, and his two sons, they're an absolute credit to Frank, and I hope that we continue to have a great relationship and produce some champions at all levels. Now, what a great way to kick off by having his first fight together and it being an IBF vacant bantamweight title. We've worked hard to put this together. Myself and Steve, we've got a great team, and my great friend towards the end of the table, Branco, who I met about a year ago, and he's played a major part in helping us put this fight together and bringing it back to the UK. Now, as we can see over the last month, British fighters going abroad, they've been going abroad and getting beaten, and then sometimes, and we've got the case in the last two fighters, British fighters, who've been abroad, and what do they do with the rest of their career? Sometimes you get at the end of some dodgy decisions and stuff like that, but over here we like to think we're top of the fair play league. It's a great matchup. Vusi and Malinga is very experienced, went points distance with one of the top marquee fighters in the world, Leo Santa Cruz. But you know, I'm backing our man here, Stuart Hall from the North East. Is, like I keep saying, he's a car that's got very little mileage on it. They both no spring chickens, but they know the game. And one thing's for sure, they won't be playing a game of tiddlywinks on the night of Saturday. They both come to fight, they know what's expected of him, and you know, we're in the entertainment business, and I can tell you one thing's for sure, it's not going to be strictly come dancing on Saturday night on Box Nation. So it's a great fighting prospect. If I may just talk about Stuart a little, Mick I've known for quite a few years, and he's match made for quite a few shows of mine, and he's a great matchmaker, and he's helping me bring kids through, like such as Louis Taylor, who's on the end of there, and we at the table, and he's another great prospect. But to talk about Stuart and Mick, Stuart had just got beat by Jim McDonald and Lee Askins, and I'd inquired about what Stuart's next moves were, and we discussed one or two things. I said, Mick, while he's not doing anything, why don't we put him on one of these small shows that I'm doing, get him back in, get his appetite again. He'll learn from those two fights, which come quite early on in his career, and it will get him back up there for titles. So an opportunity came along after the first fight he had with us, and he fought for the Commonwealth title back in Darlington, won an easy points victory in Darlington, and then the opportunity arose, and people said to me, how come Stuart Hall has earned the right to fight for a world title? Now I'll tell you why he did. He has, because he took a chance against a top class fighter in Sergio Perales on the undercard, or the chief support to Jim McDonald for this vacant title that they're fighting for on Saturday. And it was a tough fight, but a great learning fight, if you like, at the top level. And there's not many fighters would come out on top like Stuart did against Sergio on May the 11th. So he's earned the right. He managed to get up in the rankings. He got to number 3. Obviously, we know the story that it got vacated. Vusi Malinga was the mandatory anyway. So Stuart's happened to get in there. Very confident we're going to do the business on Saturday, and me and Branco's had a bit of a wager on it, and I think that's why he'll be running scared on Saturday night after the fight. I think he'll be not going to be seen. But it's a great fighting prospect, like I said. I'm really looking forward to it. So if I can, pass you back to Asif, and we'll let other people have a talk, and then we'll talk about the other fighters.
Thanks, Dennis. Obviously, a man to my left who needs no introduction, from a great promotion team, Frank Warren himself, who's done tremendously well over 30-odd years of promoting boxing. Now his 2 sons have taken over. This is one of the good-looking ones. Sorry, George. So I'd like to introduce you to Francis Warren.
Thanks, Asif. I'll give you that tenner later on. Thanks, Dennis, for your kind words as well. Just want to say it's an absolute pleasure to be here. On what is and to be involved in what is a fantastic card, which is playing for Saturday night. It's one of those fights that, you know, as a boxing fan, you can't miss. You wouldn't want to miss it, and I think for a sports fan, who is not actually that into boxing, if they catch this live on Saturday night, they'll be it whet their appetite for the sport, which for me is the best sport in the world. You know, you've got a guy coming all the way from South Africa against the guy who, you know, as Dennis said, you know, not too long ago, needed his appetite whetting again for the game, and Dennis has done a fantastic job with him along with Mick, and I just wish all Stuart and Vusi all the best, and apologies to the man to my left, but you know, obviously wish Stuart slightly more the best as he's our man, and you know, hopefully home advantage can see him through. It's you know, it's fantastic to work with people in the game who have the passion that we do for it. You know, Queensbury Promotion is you know, spearheaded by my father, but you know, George and I are between the two of us, firmly, trying to continue the legacy that my dad's still leaving. He's still, firmly involved, and he's like I said, the spearhead of everything. But working with guys like Dennis and Asif, and people coming from all over the world to put a card like this together, just reinvigorates my passion for this sport and the reason why we want to do it. Box Nation, as far as I'm concerned, completely saved British boxing. It's on the other channel, which I won't mention. It was just plodding along. It wasn't doing anything for anyone. I think people even in the sport were quite concerned about it. One thing that never dropped was with the ticket sales, but the viewing figures were not as great as we wanted them to be. We took our destiny in our own hands. We set our own channel up, and Box Nation is thriving, and it's made the other lot up their game, and the only winners from that are the fans. Hopefully people will be tuning in on Saturday night, and they'll feel like they've won even more after seeing a fantastic night's boxing. We've also got Frankie Gavin on the card, chief support. He sends his apologies for not making it up today. He's stuck in traffic. I told him to take the toll road, but he wouldn't listen to me. He wouldn't pay the fiver. And also we've got another one of our guys on the card, Lewis Rees, and he's very much looking forward to getting out. It's really good to see guys on the cards with Femi and Gary Sykes and China Clark. I'm looking forward to seeing him back in the mix, and also Paul McCluskey. So very much looking forward to Saturday night. Again, just want to thank Asif and Dennis for their hospitality. Wish all the guys luck, and make sure you tune in to Box Nation if you don't get a ticket. So I'm pretty much talking to anyone from outside the Leeds area, I think. So it's channel 437, and very much looking forward to Saturday night. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Francis. So tune into Box Nation, guys. If you can't get a ticket, it's a great ticket to come to on Saturday. Local guys, I'm sure they'll be attending. Tune into Box Nation, Sky Channel 437, Virgin Channel 546, and online at livesport.tv and via iPhone, iPad or Android. So please tune in. Again, on the apologies front, unfortunately Ashley Sexton is in that traffic as well. He too has been told to turn back. There's no point getting the guys travelling down. Unfortunately, there's been a big crash on the motorway, and whatever's happening down there, it's a huge pile up. And we just told him to take the nearest exit and then get back home, and we'll see him tomorrow at the weigh-in. Moving on, I'd like to introduce, I'd say, the away team first. Brancos will say a few words. Again, he was instrumental in putting this fight together. He had to have some patience because his fighter was there to be available to fight Jamie McDonnell, and whatever's happened in the past with Jamie, got a chance to move on. And Branco did a great job in talking to Dennis to get Stuart Hall and this fight to get so close to Christmas as well. But it's going to be a great fight. So I'd like to ask Branco to say a few words, please.
Good morning, gentlemen. It's nice to be back to UK. Very first, thanks to Box Nation and to Queensberry for backing this show. Dennis Hobson Hospitality. Dennis has been a great friend and is a great promoter, and look forward to work with him in the future. As Dennis said, we come from the far, but I can assure you we didn't come from the far to lose. One only have to look into the history of the South African fighters fighting. In England. George's father would remember, Vusi, uncle, Sugar Boy, Malinga, Nigel Benn. I can recall other fighters abroad here. Simon Ramoni a couple of years ago caused huge upset against the man who was marked to be new Nigel Benn, Pat Mullins. I can recall Simon Ramoni upset against Michael Brody. So we didn't come from far to lose, we came to win. About friend of mine Dennis' comment, we are scared. I assume that is what one called British humor. So we are very confident. Vusi, older brother, Peter Malinga, former welterweight champion, he was here, he won. I don't disagree that Vusi may have advantage because he fought 2 times for the World Championship already, and Stuart is the first time. I actually believe the boxer who fight for the first time for the World Championship is more dangerous than the one that fought before. We believe in the good fight. For the first time I have done something different. We got local trainer, Lee Bird, to train Vusi Malinga for the fight. Vusi's been here almost 6 weeks. I believe he have adjusted. Lee Bird has been in South Africa, some of my shows, fighting my boxers, and he fought 7 times South African boxers, and he won all 7 times. So I think I didn't make wrong decision this time to give him my boxer. He's good trainer. We are looking forward. We are very, very confident come Saturday night. The fact how I'm confident personally, on Saturday night I have another IBF World Championship in Spain, Jeffrey Matabula, Kiko Martinez, and I'm so confident in the outcome of Vusi fight that I have decided to go to Spain. So we are
only because it's warmer.
That is British humor again. Dennis has really been working hard on this show. He used to call me in South Africa in the morning, Branko, I can't sleep, Branko, I can't sleep. So everything is great, you know, we are here to win. South Africa is known for holding IBF titles. 2 years ago, I had 5 IBF World Champions at the same time. And Vusi knows this is the 3rd time, possibly last time, that he's got opportunity to win. And I'm sure that he's going to be successful. Now, if his trainer Lee would like to say something, or Vusi, or to open questions to you, you're very welcome. Thank you, Dennis, one more time.
Thank you, Branko.
Thank you, Branko. Obviously, a very, very confident Malinga camp there, and Branko again, a man who sends his boxer out 6 weeks before to a camp into the UK to come and train for the something special, the title. Obviously they mean coming here, they mean business. And when we found out who the trainer were behind the camp, when Lee came on board and then said he's going to be training Vusi, well, you know, you can see that these guys do really mean business. So from a boxing point of view, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be the better trainer out there. And obviously I back my trainer Mick Marsden on my right, but I'd like to say sorry, Lee, but I'd like you to come in and say a few words, and don't have a go at me, Lee, please. Please.
Why not? Go on, it'll liven it up.
Is that on this now? I'd just like to say thanks for everyone coming. I disagree with Azif there, because it's not about the training, it's about the guys in the ring at the end of the day. You know, I believe it's a 50-50 fight. You know, Stuart, first time world title. It's going to be full of hunger. You know, as Branko said, Vusi's been there a couple of times unsuccessfully. But he'll have a lot of desire too, because he doesn't want to go home with those feelings that he had previously. So, you know, I do believe obviously Vusi's had the advantage in regards to who he's been in with, the level. But I think Stuart will raise his game this fight with what's at stake. We're very confident in Vusi. You know, he's very easy to train, very disciplined, very strong. You know, real good punch, and I think it's going to be a great fight for the fans. You know, and obviously with Box Nation covering the fight, you know, a lot of people are going to get to see it at home as well. So it's going to be a real good fight, and not one that you want to miss.
Thanks, Lee. I appreciate that. Obviously, you know, we want everybody to tune in. You've heard what the promoter said, and you've heard what Lee said. So now let's see what the man himself can say and what he wants to do on Saturday night. Vusi Malinga.
Yeah, I'd like to first of all, I'd like to thank this opportunity. I'm very fit for the fight. I did not come here for nothing, so I'll be back home with the title on the 22nd in the morning.
On a few words. Short and sweet. We will be. Well, we are doing, Rick. Hang on, Rick. We are doing. Short and sweet there from Vusi Malinga. So next, I'd like to introduce the man behind Stuart Hall, Rick Manners. See, you're getting me going now, eh? Mick Marsden, please. Mick Marsden.
First of all, I'd like to thank Dennis for getting me this opportunity to be involved in the first World title fight in Leeds at the First Direct Arena. As I'm from Leeds, I'm very proud to be involved in this show. And to be fighting for a world title, top at bill, you just can't top that. Our training's gone superb. If we don't come out the winner on Saturday night, there'll be no excuses for us because everything's gone perfect. We understand that Vusi is very serious, as he has come 6 weeks before. He's got himself an English trainer, but he's had to put up with English weather, which I don't think is an advantage. But my fighter's in top nick. We don't have to forecast things. We've done our job. So on Saturday night we'll be ready and willing to fight. I just think people are getting a bit misguided with this. Vusi's boxed at world class and Stewie lost by a point to Jim McDonald in his 13th fight. So I think people are overlooking that fact that he didn't get well beat by a world champion. He lost by a point. So Saturday night's going to be a great night. We're going to have a new champion from Darlington, and that's all I've got to say. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Mick. Since I was involved in this promotion and working alongside Dennis, meeting the man, Stuart Hall, I've always felt, and I've said this previously as well, this guy's really hungry to win a world title at the age of 33. When I first had the pleasure of meeting him and I shook his hand, I could see how much he wanted that world title. And I've been involved in many world title fights, just like the two of the promoters alongside me. But I really liked what I saw and really liked what I felt when I met Stuart Hall, because from that day, he said it to me then, I'm ready now, I want to fight, I want to box, I'll be in that ring tomorrow. Now that is somebody who's determined and who's got a passion and who really wants to do well for the North East. Bear in mind, there's only ever been one world champion from the North East, and thousands of fans that are travelling down. We know there's coaches, there's minibuses. We've sold plenty of tickets down from the North East. They're going to come into that arena, make some noise, and they're going to be the 12th man for Stuart. Now, he's the one that's going to be inside, but I really know for sure that when it's a 50-50 fight, I know which side I'm going to be backing. So I'd like to ask Stuart to say a few words, please.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank everyone, Mick, Dennis and Box Nation for putting Branko as well, for putting this fight on. I'm more than ready. I've done all my training. I've got the utmost respect for Lee Baird and Vusi. Vusi's come here to win. That's why it's going to make for a great fight. But I've prepared myself, and it's all about time in boxing. The way this fight's come about, I'm more than ready. And this is my time. This is Vusi's time. He's had his time. He didn't take advantage. I'm going to take advantage come Saturday night.
Thanks, Stuart. Oh, very determined young man there. Now to finish off on that fight and then going into the undercard, I'll hand you over to Dennis Hobson.
Yeah, well, obviously it's gearing up now. We've got a couple of days left, and there's no time left now. All the talking's done, and now it's going to be action. And like I said, two great pros, great people to work with. Stuart's a great guy to work with. Pleasure, as well as Mickey's. I wish I could make Mick smile a bit more often, but I'm sure we'll get a smile off him on Saturday night. But yeah, I've been involved in 2 world titles, making history twice, hopefully this year. First time in Doncaster, any kids ever fought and won a world title. And it's the first time ever anybody from Darlington's fought for a world title, and we're pretty sure we're going to make history for a second time in 1 year when Stuart picks that IBF belt up on Saturday night. So yeah, a great pleasure to work with him. Everybody's been a great pleasure to work with. We've got a great team, and I'm very sure we're going to go on from strength to strength. And obviously, thanks very much, Branko, for your kind words earlier. Branko is a great guy to work with, and I'm sure us working alongside Box Nation with Queensberry, we're going to see Branko on these shows quite often, as long as I can keep affording him. Because obviously he has a lot of fighters, he produces quality fighters and obviously champions, and so at some stage in the future, very near future, we're going to be fighting, hopefully, at different weight categories, and he's going to be bringing guys, and he's going to be putting belts on the line, or we're going to be fighting for some of our kids' belts. So we've got a great relationship here, and one thing's guaranteed is all his fighters come to fight, and they're not going to be in dull fights. So that's the top of the bill. Like Francis said, there's a great undercard. We've got Frankie Gavin, Paul McCluskey, great world-class fighters. Frankie's going to go on, I'm pretty sure, and win a world title, and I think he's going to make a massive name, not just in this country, around the world, because that's his pedigree. And on the top table here, just beneath that, if you like, but I think it might be the fight of the night. It's my great friend. We call each other family, and it's Femi Fentola. He's got another opportunity here. He had a layoff for one reason or another. He has his nickname's the Fire, and I've never seen him so fired up. He's got a new trainer in Sean, who's a great guy. His lad has just won the Commonwealth featherweight title in style. Another kid who I think is going to go on to world honours. But on Saturday night, Femi Fentola against Gary Sykes is a great pick and fight for me. A lot of people will probably write Femi off, but I've never seen Femi looking as good a shape mentally as well as physically. And I think the Sykes camp are writing Femi off, and I'm pretty sure we're going to do a number on that kid. And he can come with his suntan on Saturday night, but there'll only be one guy who I think is going to go forward and fight for the vacant title, and that's my man Femi Fentola. So can I just introduce Femi just to say a few words about our fight on Saturday, mate?
Yeah, I've thanked Dennis obviously for always standing by me. With Dennis from the start of my career, and I'll be with him from end. We've been through a lot together. He's not just a manager or promoter, he's more like a dad, and not a dad.
Don't say dad. A bigger brother.
Older brother.
Especially on Friday nights, if we go out together, don't say it like that.
I've never reached my potential in boxing. I've always thought I've had a few obstacles in my life, but I've now got God in my life, which has helped me a lot. And I've had best training camp I could ever wish for. We've gone through a few obstacles at the beginning. I was training with Gary Sykes' gym. I got an ultimatum off him, so I stuck with my trainer Sean, who's got me in perfect shape mentally as well, more than all. I stuck with my man back in Bradford, who's my conditioner, who's got me in tip-top shape. We've taken over 80 rounds of sparring to make up for the inactivity, and trust me, on Saturday night I'm gonna have people's jaws dropping, and I'm here to make a statement and put a big shot. Gary Sykes is not fighting for a British title. I'll be fighting for it. I guarantee it.
Well done, Fem. To his right, the fighting accountant. He's 11-0, middleweight. He's got a Masters title already. We're hoping to get him in a eliminator for this fight on Saturday night, but he's still in a very competitive fight against Max Maxwell, a fella who, if you don't turn up, he'll put one on you. He's a banana skin. So if Lewis were to turn up not prepared, which is something he always is, being an accountant, having a degree in accountancy. Wish I got one. But he's a special talent, is Lewis. It reminds me very much of my ex-world champion who I used to manage and promote, Clinton Woods. Not a Sugar Ray Leonard in the ring, doesn't look flashy in the gym or anything, but he does everything very, very well, and he makes very little mistakes. He's got a great chin. He can throw shots. He can from any angle. He can box, and he can fight inside. So I think Lewis has come under the radar a little bit, and I think he's going to try. He's going to start to make an impact in 2014, and that's our plan. I think he's going to become very, very popular very, very quickly. He's already a popular guy, sells a lot of tickets locally, and on Saturday night, I think Box Nation will see he's going to be one to watch out for in 2014. And the middleweight division is a very exciting division. We've had a world champion who's obviously just lost his title, but there's some great matchups at middleweight. and I think very, very quickly Lewis is going to be in the mix. And like I said, he's come under the radar. I'd like to pass you over to Lewis just to say a few words on that.
Yeah, thank Dennis. He's done everything right so far. We've gone through my apprenticeship. I've been kept under the radar, which I think's a good thing. Learn my trade a little bit, and now he's starting to step me up, and it's exactly what I want. And to put on an event like this, it's amazing, really. I've got no words for it. I just can't wait for Saturday, and do what I've got to do. I'm fully prepared. Training's gone well. I can't. If it don't go well, I don't know why, because I've put everything in, and when it comes to fight night, I'll be ready for it.
Thanks, Lewis. I'm sure you will. Well done, pal. Right, to my left, towards the end of the table, two great characters, local guys. Really looking forward to seeing them progress. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pass you over to China. He's sparred in my gym a few times with a couple of our lads. A great guy, great personality, and he's got a lot of ability, and the cruiserweight division is wide open there for him, and it needs somebody with the charisma that China's got. Very likeable, very intelligent, another intelligent guy. I don't know where they're all coming from in this game, but he can fight. You know, he's got a brain, he can fight as well, so obviously if he couldn't fight, he'd be better off sticking to his weekly business, but he can fight, and I think in 2014 China's another one, with under the guidance of his manager and trainer Mark Bateson, who's a great friend, and hopefully we can play a part in that, in helping him go towards at least a British cruiserweight title. So I'd like to pass you over to China.
Thank you, Dennis. You set me up for a fall, haven't you? Let's hopefully I'll crack here. Yeah, but no, thank you to everyone. Thank you for putting me on the show, to Box Nation. Everyone said it already, but I'll say it as well. It's brilliant. It's brilliant for the city. It's brilliant that a show like show like this is finally here. When I initially got into boxing, Leeds didn't have an arena, and now it's got one. And I got into the sport accidentally, to be totally honest. Not a lot of people know a lot about me. I'm a bit of a Peter Pan. You know, I'm a lot older than my years, older than Stuart. You know, and it's been a long ride for me. I mean, even Steve Mennell's trainer, I used to box with him back in the days, and like I said, it was an accident. I walked past the gym, wanted to be a wrestler. I got a dig from a box. I found on 1 minute. I thought this was all going to be acting. I wanted to do some clotheslines and suplexes, but you know, but boxing did grip me. I enjoyed the fitness aspect of it. I realised that I had a dig, realised I had a heart, and importantly as well, the chin and the desire to achieve and do something in the sport. So I stuck at it, and good things have happened from it. And you know, box at Wembley this year. This show's come up, which I didn't think was going to happen, and that's why you should never sort of like give up on it, because you never know when the opportunities are going to come. You know, I was unbeaten up until this year. I lost against Askin. My fault totally. I just didn't turn up for that fight. But I think that part had to do with the fact that it has been a long journey, and it wasn't one of those things that just happened. It was over a period of time. I think kind of like hit a brick wall. I think, and I needed it. It really woke me up. Once that happened, I realised how much I really did want to be in this sport. But don't think that I've just come out of nowhere. I mean, I was on Mark Hobson's payroll when he was fighting McAnally. I was down last year sparring with Derek Chisora, where I met Francis and the rest of the Box Nation team. You know, so I've been around the block, and I have stayed, like Lewis said, staying on the radar is quite good when you're learning your trade, because the spotlight's not on you, which was a good thing for me personally, because I wasn't ready then. If I had got the big fights when it's first turned pro, I was nowhere ready, but I turned pro purely because I looked at my age and thought, hang on 1 minute, I've just got to do it now. I'm not ready to do it, but I've just got to do it. But now it's perfect, because I'm actually ready. I'm here, I'm ready to go. So the arena's been built at the right time. We didn't know it was going to be coming, and it came. So bring it on. It's great for the city. It's great for the economy of the city. You know, we've got a great football team. We've got a great rugby team. We've got a Headingley. There's a lot going on in this city, and what we've always lacked is having an arena. All the big acts, music, sport, we've all gone to Sheffield, Manchester. We've been in the shadows a little bit, so it's fantastic that now it's here. now we can show off the talent, the sporting talent that's in this city. Obviously Nicola Adams has done it in the Olympics and what have you, but again, that wasn't here in Leeds. We're bringing it to Leeds now. It's a great show, and it is all about Stuart Hall. He's fighting for a world title. I know he's going to do the job, and that is the main event. I've got to think about myself as well. I'm not fighting for a world title, but every single fight is a world title in a sense. That's how much it means. It's a world title. When I fought for the English title, I didn't even know there was a belt on the line. When I fought Camacho, they went, "Oh, pick up your belt." The belt. I was like, "Belt." Because for me it was boxed at Wembley in an arena, and then it didn't matter the fact that I got a belt. It's about fighting in front of people. If you ask me to go outside now and have a fight in the street, I'd simply just walk away, because I don't get a buzz out of that. I don't get a kick out of fighting on the street. I get a kick out of entertaining. I get a kick out of being in an arena and putting on a show. And if there is no show, there's no China Clark, and it's as simple as that. So I'll stop rambling on, because I know I'm going on. Give Stevie a chance to talk. Thank you once again, guys, Asif, Dennis, and Francis. Thank you for inviting me onto this show. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Let's give a big round of applause there. That book is available on www.amazon.co.uk.
So I'm just going to jump in and do something that not many people in boxing, especially in the UK, do, and that's champion the cruiserweight division at the minute. I think whilst Rob Norton held the British title, no disrespect to Rob, but he always did what he had to do to keep onto that belt, and it was never an entertaining fight. But since the belts, Rob lost the belt, and it's changed hands quite a few times, and it's full of exciting young fighters now. You've got China, I say young, but no, don't disrespect,
I love young now.
But you've got China, Waddy, Tony Conquest. You've got Lewis Dickinson and Neil Dawson fighting on the 8th of March up at Gateshead Leisure Centre. It's a thriving division, and guys want to get involved in it again. Especially with Nathan Cleverly as well, moving up a division, and it's a thriving division again. And I think with characters like China and the guys that we've got on our books, I think it's a division that really can set boxing on fire again. I think I'm very, very much looking forward to see what China can do. I've seen him what he does in sparring with Derek, and looking forward to seeing him on Saturday night, and looking to see 2014 hopefully be the year of cruiserweights for the first time, I think, probably ever since it's come in. But fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Just to bring in Steve Mill is trained by Danny Thornton, a great fighter himself, a young guy to be a trainer. Just gone into training, guys, but great competitive fighter himself. Steve's it's his second fight. He won his first fight by a knockout. He's a local guy, very popular guy, sold a lot of tickets, so the atmosphere and the reception he's going to get on Saturday night is going to be fantastic. It's a great opportunity for him to showcase himself so early on in his career. But I've only met him a couple of times, and he seems a great guy, and a great guy to work with, I'm sure. So hopefully he's going to be part of many shows that we hope to put on up here in Leeds. Like China says, it's a great city. It's another, using that expression again, another place that's passed under the radar, if you like, by such as Sheffield, Manchester, Liverpool, and obviously London. But Leeds, there's a lot of quality fighters here who sometimes the kids don't get the opportunities. And like with such as Josh, who just won the Commonwealth title, and when the kids coming through, hopefully like Steve and China, who can get all the titles, all of a sudden this could be the mecca of boxing in Leeds. And it's a great sporting city. Obviously a lot of rivalry between where I'm from in Sheffield and Leeds. Very passionate winners. Leeds United have got a fantastic history, obviously, and they're used to winning things. And they've got this, if you like, arrogance that they should be up there. And in a way, it's like Manchester United. I don't call it arrogance. I think it's confidence, and that's why Manchester United, if you like, using they keep winning because they galvanise. And they're the team to beat, and that's what Leeds as a city. We're hoping to turn it into the place to be, and where people want to come and showcase the skills, and where we can develop a lot of young fighters. There's some great gyms here, like China says, great sporting city, and there's a lot of kids here that we're hoping to develop, and with the help of Francis and his family, with Asif and Mick as our matchmaker and all our team, we're going to develop some kids and hope to be here on a regular basis, working with some other local promoters, and bringing some kids through, like such as Steve. So, if you don't mind, Steve, last but no means least, just say a few words for us, please.
Yeah, I'd like to say a few words, but China said it all. Leeds is a big city, and we've been lacking this stadium. And now it's come to light that we've got a world title fight, Vusi and Stuart. It's going to be fantastic. For me, I'm just walking around in dream world, cloud cuckoo, knowing that I'm boxing on undercard with these lads. But you know, hopefully it'll be my time soon. Slowly but surely, I will get there. Under guidance of Danny Thornton, you know, exciting fighter, just like myself. I just want to put on a good show. So that's basically it from me. But all the best lads on the night, and I know we're going to get a winner at this side of town.
Well done, Steve. Okay, that concludes our press conference. I've just got to thank a few of our sponsors as well. JD Sports, fantastic sports company who's doing really well, sponsoring big shows with Box Nation and the local lads here as well, and we appreciate their support. Maxi Muscle, another company, national company who's out there supporting us, and we appreciate their help. FD Arena, obviously the Leeds' newest arena. You saw the sports personality last week, and this week it's going to be boxing. So what a great way of ending the year with the boxing at the Leeds Arena, FD Arena. Last but not least, the guys from the Hilton Hotel who do a terrific job. Some great food that's given to us here today. This is the Fight Hotel. We've got the weigh-in here, which is going to be live on YouTube and Box Nation. We're going to be streaming that as well. The room will be packed. Once again, if you've not got your ticket, it's the best ticket to get in the house. If you can't buy a ticket, watch it on Box Nation. But if you can get there, try and get there. Support the local guys. It's a brilliant card. You've heard from the lads themselves. They're ready and willing and ready to go for Saturday night. We're not going to take any questions from the floor. We were going to do so, but we're going to do one-to-ones and we're going to do the pictures. So I appreciate your help, and thank you, and enjoy Saturday. Yeah, you do whichever way you want.